What's up, guys? Hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to the channel. In last week's video, I talked about how I've always wanted to shoot black and white in the rain. Well, I did. But before we talk about the video, I'd like to say shout out to Jessica. I'm going to put her Instagram right here for making me this right handle grip for my Pentax 6.7. I don't know if you guys can see right there. It's really amazing. I love that I have it there. It helps hold the camera really firmly. But even though I don't have that big of a hand, it's still very close to the mirror lockup button, and which is something that a lot of people talk about when you have a handle on it, that you can accidentally lock the mirror. So far, I haven't done it yet. I'm very self-conscious about it, and so whenever I hold it, I try to have some space in between my fingers, so I don't accidentally bump it. But it's been helpful. It's really been helpful ever since I put it on. I have been inspired to shoot black and white after rain for some time, and anytime that I've thought about it, I thought that it'll be the Pentax 6.7 that I take out to shoot. On Frankit's Fridays, the same day that I shot the F3, the 400 Sinister 400D, right after Frankit's Fridays, it was around 10 p.m. and my partner and I just went out. I, asked her if she would come with me to just walk around and take some black and white photos, and of course, she did. So we drove from Frankit's 400 West Ridge to the Levesque Tower, which is not far of a drive. It's like a minute or two when you were there. Loaded some HP5 400, pushed to 800. Like I said, I wanted it to be after rains, but it wasn't. It was still raining, and so I tried my best to protect the camera from, getting drenched in water and on water getting into it or something. The first shot that I took was the Levesque Tower. The photo came out really amazing. As I was setting up to shoot, these two people came out of the Palace Theater, which is a theater that is right in the same building of the Levesque Tower. And that really made the shot for me, because I feel like if they are not in there, that photo could be taken by anyone. Like, anyone can literally go on the same spot that I stood and make the same photo that I made. However, mine is going to be unique now because I have those two people in it. And even if anybody that goes to recreate the same photo, even if myself, I go back to recreate that same photo, I will not get the same image, because the two people in there were doing two different things. They had different outfit on. There was a car that drove in, which I was kind of pissed when the car drove in, because I'm like, no, I don't want the car in there. But I also kind of like it now, because it's added an element in the photo that maybe if somebody else, or like I said, myself, go back to take that same photo, I will not get it. So that really just pumped that night for me and made me feel like, okay, that is of a good start. Well, it wasn't, because after that photo, I didn't know what else to photograph. I had another theater in my mind, which is the Ohio Theater, that I was going to photograph. But when we got there, right next to it, they are constructing some buildings, and so they have all these metal fans and cones, and it's just it just threw me off. And so I had no agenda that night. I knew I wanted to make black and white photos, but I had no agenda. I didn't have locations in mind. No plan at all. So drove all the way to the short north and realized, why am I in the short north? Like, there is nothing there for me to photograph. So I drove out from the short north, drove to Old Town East, and just thinking, okay, Old Town East has some characters, so I'm just going to drive around. Ended up going a little further east and just going into some rough neighborhood, which we were a little bit uncomfortable, but I just was out to hunt for photos. I was just driving to make sure I find something interesting to photograph. So as we were going in and making photos along the way, I ended up stopping by it's like Parsons Avenue all the way down there. It's kind of a little bit rough neighborhood, but I stood there by the roadside, and I think I shot two different subjects, but like 3 or 4 shots over there, which was very interesting. The photos came out really nice, and of course it was still pouring down rain, and so they made the photos and they look really, really nice. And then right after that, we drove to German Village. I love German Village. I love walking around German Village. There's so much character, so much to photograph, but it's like sometimes it can get overwhelming when everywhere you turn, it looks like you can make a photo of it. And so you just end up not taking it. I don't know, it's just, but there was a barber shop that we stumbled upon, and it was really, really cool. And so I set up the camera and took some photos through, like, in front of it, and then through the windows. It had a bike that was parked inside the barber shop. Played with the angles a little bit, they had a flag kind of like behind the bike, and I tried to get the bike with a flag behind it. Those photos came out really, really amazing. So I think after that, I was just tired. I didn't want to keep driving around. And I think at some point I just wanted to get over the night, even though I was having fun. And I like that it was the perfect weather that I was looking for. But I don't know, for whatever reason, I just wanted to finish the row and go home. It was getting a little chilly as well. And so the barbershop was the last location that we shot, and just decided we were not far from home too as well. So decided to get back home and, just rest for the night, because it had been a long night. Just wanted to make a video and share with you guys. The Pentax 6.7 is making it roll back into the channel. I want to make more videos about the Pentax 6.7 and take more photos with it. Yeah, that is it for the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the photos. Would you go out when it's pouring down like that to shoot? I think you should try it. It's fun. It gives you a very, I don't know, just like cinematic look. It kind of gives you a vintage style kind of feel when you look at the photos. I'm going to be doing more of that anytime it rains, when hopefully I'm inspired at that time when it's raining and don't feel lazy or don't want to go out. But it's nice, it's fun, and I want to keep doing that. You don't know, maybe even make a whole project out of that. But yeah, that is that for the video. Again, shout out to Jessica for the right hand grip. I've been wanting to buy one from eBay, and I also try to stay away from eBay. So it was really nice of her to make me the right hander when I asked about it, because I saw she had made some 3D printing for herself, and so I asked if she could make me one for my Pentax 6.7, and of course she did. Didn't charge me. She just only asked if I paid for the shipping, which I did, and I'm very, very thankful of that. So go check out her work. She's an amazing photographer as well. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you did enjoy it. I have a few videos lined up coming up, so stay tuned. Go drink some tea.